had this when I was a kid. My grandpa bought it for me because he was always at Radio Shack.
You're such a gentle baby.
What is up? We are here in Columbia, Pennsylvania. Why?
To look for some spooky classic monsters here at the State Theater.
All right, let's go see if we can find some classic monsters. Heard a lot about this place, so
Great
definitely
storefront.
looking forward to this. It's an old theater that has now been converted into an antique store. So right off the bat with this killer artwork on the front, I mean, you know you're in the right place. State Theater Vintage Emporium. So classic theater, old school, Halloween. There's got to be some monsters in here. Let's check it out.
Let's go.
Right off the bat, as soon as you walk in the door, this place is like amazing. It's like a little mini museum right there. As soon as you step foot in the place.
Yeah, I mean, it was just visually amazing right off the bat, and we'd heard so many great things about this place, so we were super excited to come in and check it out, and just right off the bat, it didn't disappoint.
That's right. I make a drac deal in 2 seconds, which is unbelievable before I've even walked through the door.
3, 2, 1.
Already, I haven't even walked through the door and I'm already finding something.
Got him. Fresh restock.
He's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, enjoy, guys.
Thanks.
This place is awesome.
Yeah, look at it. It's killer. I'd been looking for that Monstro mask, so I'm pretty psyched on that. It's pretty cool. And now we actually go inside.
And there's old film canisters, which are cool to see, considering it's a theater.
Yeah, and I love the fact that they decided to do this with an old theater. I mean, what a great idea. It'd be cool if more places did this, because there's a lot of theaters that are unfortunately shut down, and, you know, if somebody had the idea to go ahead and do this, I mean, it'd be awesome for each community that has an old theater that's not currently operational.
Yeah, it's great to repurpose old buildings like this because they're special for the community, so it's cool to see something like this thriving inside of one.
And I like the fact, too, that it's like there's so many memories attached to old theaters.
Mm.
And then when you put something that has a lot of old nostalgia memories inside of it, they just go. It's like peanut butter and jelly. Makes sense.
I like that. Of course, you got some cool little figures here, and everywhere you looked, there was toys.
Yeah, you could spend hours in here. I mean, it really was the kind of place you spend hours in. And there's stuff tucked behind other things. There he
Your
is.
dad's tucked behind other things.
There he is. It's like there's just so much stuff to look at that you could definitely spend a good afternoon here. And we were here for a while. It was really cool.
Yeah, and there's a couple antique stores in the area, but if you like pop culture stuff, this is definitely the one to check out. It was just overwhelming in the most awesome way imaginable.
Yeah, so much neat things. Look, I mean, the Lost in Space robot cutout.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool standees and cutouts in this particular place, which was awesome to see.
I need to get one of those at some point, that Lost in Space cutout.
I know, that's
I
so
think that-
you. I'm surprised you don't have one.
I know that, that's cool.
More cutouts, of course, which are always awesome.
Yeah, this is an original one. This is one for the promotional for the record that came out.
That's so
Yeah.
cool. He holds a record.
I know.
Like, what's cooler than that? R2 will hold your Star Wars records for you.
It's amazing how some of that stuff from back then survives,
I know. It's amazing. I like this little Toys R Us mural over here, too.
Yeah, it brings back the warm and fuzzies.
For sure. And Alf.
I know.
Alf is of the warm and fuzzy variety.
It's funny, like, Toys R Us is the only job I ever had that I miss working at. Every other job I ever had, I'm like, oh, thank God I'm not doing that anymore. But Toys R Us I miss.
I mean, you'd always feel beat up at the end of the Christmas season, but it was fun working there.
I loved working at Toys R Us. I'd spent many a years working for that damn giraffe. Christmases.
You spent most of your life
Christmases.
employed by a giraffe.
Just Christmases. I was I was the seasonal guy. But even though I would like come off the road or whatever, I would always go back to Toys R Us. It'd be like 2 months earlier, I'm playing stages for girls and money and good times, and then I'm back with a blue vest on with a giraffe on it going, how can I help you today? Because I just loved being in that environment so much. It was just such an amazing
It was a
amazing
cool
place to
environment.
be. And I used to love, like, there'd be those nights, like, 2 o'clock in the morning, and it'd be, a little bit of snow coming down outside, and you would just, like, it would just give you that, like,
The fuzzies.
yeah, that feeling, like, like from when you were a kid and you'd go in there, and then, here you are in the store. It's It's quiet. There's, well, it was quiet where I worked. I worked by
Yeah.
myself over on the other side.
Oh yeah, you were always in the
R zone.
The R zone. I was
Yeah.
always in the girls section.
Yeah,
The couple of years that
I
I
only had
worked.
to deal with myself over there, so that was good.
Until I'd come over to bug you.
There's you on that Suicide Girls poster. A lot of people don't know that about you. Anyway, moving on.
It's not me.
Creature.
But that is Creature.
That is, in
An
fact,
Aurora
Creature.
model Creature, which is always cool to see. And that's the Studio 56, is it?
I think so.
Werewolf, Wolfman. I always want to say Studio 54, but I obviously know that that is not it.
No. No, it's not Studio 54. That is not the Disco Wolf.
Which would be amazing, because you're pretty much Disco Wolf.
That's a set you don't see right there. The Hive. Sector's Hive. That's a rare play set.
That is.
There was a lot of rare stuff in here, too. Like, when you were looking around, like, it's not just the stuff you normally see. It's like there was some legitimately rare pieces in here.
Yeah. Yeah, there was. And there was a good variety, too. No matter what you collect, you would definitely find it in here.
Yeah, I would be shocked if you came here and walked out with nothing, because there's something for everybody in here.
Yeah, and we're very picky about what we pick up, just because we're really trying to kind of curb our collection, to have a small epic collection so that when we can set it up, it's just awesomeness. But even we picked up several things from here.
Yeah.
But you'll see that.
And
This
Chucky.
is I remember those old Chucky dolls. My brother was like, I think had one and was terrified of it.
Yeah, this place was just awesome. I'm like, just in looking at this footage, I already want to go back now.
I know, and it's set up great too. The booths are very visually, just like they're vibrant and they're inviting. And I love that, because sometimes, you go in antique stores and they're missing that.
Yeah, this is like more or less like little mini stores all in one place.
Yeah,
I
is
wonder
like,
what that's from right there. Like, I kept
Yeah.
looking at that, trying to figure out, and unfortunately nobody was there that I could ask that was in this section, but I'm really curious where that came from. That looks like a piece of an old haunted house, or I really want to know where that comes from.
Yeah.
That's definitely a cool piece. Next time I'm there, I got to find out where that comes from. That was awesome.
And if you go there and comment below, because we have to know.
Check these out. I had Dr. Dreadful when I was a kid, and it was like my favorite thing. There's a thing in here. I think it's like okay, see how they have the skull here with like the foaming stuff coming out of his skull? Mm-hmm. That stuff tasted absolutely amazing. Whatever the foaming stuff that came out of his skull, I still to this day, like, I can taste it. And I wish that somebody would bring back Dr. Dreadful, because it was so good.
The cool thing about that Dr. Dreadful set for me is anytime I see anything like that, it takes me right back, because when that came out and I got it, it was actually right when my little sister was born, and that was kind of, I guess, like a don't be jealous because you're the older sibling kind of present. Did you get one when your brother was born? Because I know that you're the oldest.
No.
You didn't get a present?
No, I got a curse. I didn't get anything cool. Sorry.
That's terrible. I feel like I need to get you a gift because your brother was born.
Yeah, my parents gave me a gift, all right.
That's too funny.
That's why I used to pinch him when he was little. He was quite the gift. I like him now, but when he was little, I wasn't.
Took a little bit.
It took a while.
Took a while to warm up.
It took a while. I was used to being the spoiled one, and then
You're
this
like,
clown comes along, and it's like, oh boy.
Messing with my
That's
vibe
great.
here.
Yeah, I know.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. I mean, I'm looking at this now like, wow, that's neat. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I mean, that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's really cool even just watching this back. It's awesome to see this stuff again, because
Yeah, the variety.
Yeah,
I love, like, just right here. I'm the costume guy.
you are.
So right there, anytime I see like old costumes, I'm like, cool. I just love looking at them, even if they're not, the costumes that I specifically collect, because I'm like a, hardcore monster. Everything's monster with me. But I still love looking at all the different ones too. I mean, I remember being a kid and just seeing those in the streets when I was a kid. There'd be other kids, you'd see a glowworm, or you'd see, somebody dressed as Batman or Superman or one of the Ghostbusters or whatever. And it was always cool. I love the variety of those things.
Yeah, definitely. And this is actually the Toys for the Ages booth, which is another show that we've set up at. So I'm assuming that the guy that puts this on, this is probably his booth.
And there's so much
was a fun
packed
show.
in here too. This is
Yes.
like this booth right here is like a mini toy show.
Yeah.
It really was that much stuff. There was like such a variety in here, and it was packed to the ceiling.
Yeah.
Like you had to look up because there was literally just stuff all the way up to the ceiling in this booth. It was crazy.
And it's interesting to think of how far up you are, because with this being a theater, you're all the way at the ceiling. Like you can see the molding that was around the top of the theater while you're in there.
Yeah. That's cool, the old
Alf.
Alf rack toys.
I know, I love
You don't
that
really
stuff.
see those very often.
I love
There's
that.
plenty of stuff here you don't see very often. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, lots of just little random things.
But if you look, it's really set up like a store. I mean, look, that's literally a little video game store right there.
Don't touch.
You know, it'll cost you $1,500 if you want to touch those. By the way, just letting you know now, you've been warned.
Apparently you can touch that one at your own risk. It'll probably bite you. That one didn't have a sign. But this is a cool little booth over here. There's a lot of random plush, which was neat. And some cool Halloween stuff as well. Here, scenes staring at everything just to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Well, that's
cool.
because there was plush. Anytime there's plush, there's you.
I know, I
you know.
collect like weird plush. So I always have to
I like
stop
that
and look.
inflatable pumpkin that was right there. I'm not
I
sure that
know.
I noticed that when I was filming this.
I know, now we gotta go back to the State Theater and buy all the stuff that we're seeing that we missed.
I know.
When we film
And
this.
hope that it's still there, and it's probably not going to be.
Nah.
Because a lot of people go here. I mean, this is a spot that a lot of people go. So I'm sure there's a high turnaround of things. So even some of the stuff that you're seeing here, you're probably not going to see when you go, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, like, look at all this stuff, like, on the shelf. There's, like, cool little light up. There's blow molds. There's a hand. There's this little squishy pumpkin thing.
Everybody loves squishy pumpkins.
And the abominable snowman. A purple one. I've never seen a purple one.
No, that's the first time I've ever seen a
If
purple
it was a
one.
pink one, I probably would have left with it, though. I'm not gonna lie. This is, like, my whole, like, personality here. Beavis and Butthead, the Munsters, and, like, Kiss. Like, I swear, this is my entire upbringing summed up in one section.
Yeah.
Everything that's wrong with me is summed up in these posters. But everything that's awesome, too. So, there's a lot of... It was really interesting, though, because I'm like, who put all these here? But this Kiss poster was a track deal.
Yeah. It's a light up Kiss poster. I'm like, nah, that's just too cool. Gotta grab that.
Yeah.
There was some old Star Wars posters.
There's a lot of really interesting posters over in here.
Battlestar Galactica. That's another thing I don't think a lot of people collect anymore. That's one that's kind of
Yeah.
phased out a bit. I see that stuff everywhere, and it doesn't sell.
No. It's a shame.
Unfortunately.
Dark Shadows. I see that once in a while.
Yeah.
This is always awesome to see.
Yeah, the Zachary record. That's the one you always see, though. You never see the other one
Yeah.
with the black cover.
Mm.
Spook Along with Zachary. That's the one that's tough.
Yeah,
to
you
find.
never really see that. Marie Osmond. She's here.
Such a good-looking woman, Marie Osmond.
She's really pretty.
Yeah,
And
she
she aged
is.
really well, too. Good for
I
her.
know.
This guy's awesome. I am so sorry I keep forgetting his name, but we've seen him a couple times, and he always tells us about some really cool stuff. This is one of the places he told us about, so definitely shout out to him.
So what are you gonna call him? Cool guy?
He's a cool guy. And I am so sorry. I apologize to anybody that I forget your names. I'll remember your face for the rest of my life, but I will never remember names.
Wow. Well, now he's cool guy.
He's a cool guy. So at least you got a cool name. But we appreciate it. It's always cool to run into him. And we have a lot of really cool people that we run into. We're very fortunate with that. You guys are awesome. There's a lot of really cool blow molds up the top here.
See, I've been saying it in all these antique store episodes. The reason why you see so many antique episodes now this month is because this is the time to go and find the Halloween stuff. Like, all the vendors have pulled out their Halloween stuff. They put it in the booth. So if you're looking for Halloween, this is really the time to go. Because it's the only time this stuff is normally there. You don't normally see these kind of things in antique stores any other time. So get out there and hit your stores, your antique shops, and your thrift stores and look for that cool vintage Halloween stuff. This is the only time you're going to find it.
That's a cute pumpkin.
Isn't he amazing?
He has such a cute little pumpkin face.
Stuff like this.
Yeah.
I mean, how awesome is that?
The stuff usually isn't in there all year. It either gets bought or the vendors put it back in their collections.
Yeah,
or,
they put it away until next Halloween because this
Yeah.
is the time to sell it.
Because then you bring out Christmas stuff after this, and then the Christmas stuff sells, so that's awesome. The little bag of the trick-or-treat bags.
Yeah.
And of course,
A wolf.
A
A
wolf.
werewolf.
A friendly werewolf.
How do you know he's friendly?
He didn't bite me.
Maybe
That's
he
always a
wanted
good
to.
start.
See this? This is how you get haunted right there. No. No. No good. Yeah, stay away from those. No good. No
There's
good.
a lot of creepy stuff in this particular booth. I got the heebie-jeebies a couple times.
This one, yeah. Yeah, some...
I mean, that's not a real skeleton. That's like one of those medical
sure?
ones. I mean, that's obviously not how your rib cage works, unless maybe you've got a prosthetic one. This thing was moving on its own. I stand by the fact that this thing in particular might be haunted.
Yeah, this whole booth was haunted.
This is me saying that it's haunted. Like,
Yeah.
no, I don't play with this booth right here.
Yeah.
Because, like, see these marionettes here? These marionettes were not moving, okay? Little wolf guy here, wolf guy and creepy Catman, they were not moving. But the other thing down the other end was. There's a couple funerary things. Like, you see, like, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Like, funerary stuff, I can't deal with.
Yeah, no. Not a big fan of that stuff either.
This is cool. Somebody put one of those, like, neat lights inside of that witch blow mold.
Yeah, it's a good thing you told me that, because I was watching that, and I'm like, what was that, witch haunted? I didn't notice it was doing that. I'm like, what's this thing, glitching?
Surrounded by a lot of Ouija boards, so.
Too many. See, that's the thing.
And that's cute. That's a cute idea.
Too many Ouija boards in this place.
Yeah, dude.
There was a lot.
It's too many. And that right there is how you get haunted.
I know. Look, Ouija Queen. It's like, what are you doing?
No.
I'll stick with Dairy Queen.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And this is another no-no. I love
Yogi.
your shadow of the thumbs down. That was very creative.
Yeah. I'll pass on all of that stuff.
Yeah, no. There's too many. And you can't dig through there because you might touch one, and get it on you. You don't want to get it on you.
Get it on you. That sounds like a you problem.
You don't want to take the bad energy home with you because you'll be just sitting there one night and everything starts flying around your room and it's all because you went to an antique store.
That's a cool one you don't normally see right there.
The tall witch, yeah.
Yeah, you don't see that one too much. I love this one.
That one's so cute.
It's one of the more common ones, but I just love it.
It's a happy pumpkin.
I just love that one for some reason. A lot of cool ones in here. That's you.
Official mischief maker.
That
is cute.
I should have
That's
got
me.
you that hat. That is you. You are.
I'll wear it
mischief
around.
maker.
People be like, "What is wrong with you?"
See, people don't know. You seem so sweet and innocent. You are a mischief maker. You're trouble.
I am trouble.
Not as much as these boards, though. These boards are like the real trouble.
Those are like the kind of trouble you got to call a priest.
Now, you might have been that trouble a couple of times yourself,
Maybe.
but the old classic witch.
That's a cool one.
What a great mask that is.
I know, and it looks amazing under black light.
Yeah, it's
Little
it's
die
iconic.
cuts.
It's iconic.
Yes.
It's serving witch.
You just started yourself a trend there, sir. You got to copyright that. You got some Drac in a can.
Drac in a can, yeah.
Like, how can you not call them like?
Dracula in a can?
Do you have any Dracula
You better let him out.
in a can? Oh. There's a.
That's a Halco clown.
Yeah. You don't
I
see
like
Halcos
I
a
like
lot.
seeing the Halco stuff because you just don't see it very often.
Yeah.
Especially boxed. I mean, you'll see masks there and there, but like boxed Halcos, you don't see too often. Pretty cool.
That's a cool one. The astronaut.
Yeah, there's so many.
And then this little area is
There's
cool.
so
This is
many.
where the screen would have been, if you can tell by the big arch. But this little corner here is all Christmas, which is cute to see.
Yeah, I love old Santas and old snowmen. I do. I got a soft spot for like the vintage Christmas stuff too. I think it's pretty cool. I don't collect it, but I got a soft spot for it. I love looking at it. There's some really, really cool stuff. I did mess up on that one blow mold that I saw at the flea market in a past episode that my mom had. She told me that she may
That
still
little
have
Santa
it
in the chimney.
Yeah, she told me she may still have it. So the thing is like if she still has the original one,
Yeah, you'd
I'd
want that
rather
one.
have the one I remember from being a little kid.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of holding out for that.
Hoping that.
Because if she
She
does,
has it.
if she does have it, I definitely would rather have the
Yeah.
one that was in my house. But if for some reason she don't, I'm gonna track one of those down because I love that particular blow mold. But,
Yeah, sometimes some little tiny Christmas blow molds are just so cute.
just anything that takes you back to that time is a cool thing. I understand why people collect all the stuff that they do. Everything makes sense to me. If there's something that takes you, on like a little time travel back to a better, simpler time, and you put it in your house and it takes you back there,
Yeah.
I can totally understand that. I mean, the collector mentality, obviously, I got that, but I get it. And it can be the dumbest thing too. It can just be like a little small, little goofy thing, but I get why people,
That's cool.
feel the way they do about certain stuff.
I love that one. We actually have that one, luckily. I got it for $2 at the flea market.
Yeah, it's always great when you can get a deal like that.
The guy pulled it out of a truck, put it right on the table, and I just scooped it up, and I was like, how much is this? He said $2. I couldn't pay him fast enough. I was so excited to finally add that to the collection.
Yeah.
So you just don't see. I mean, it's not in like great condition. Like that one was in better condition, the one that you just saw, but just to have
the
it.
one you have is pretty nice.
Yeah, it's pretty
Not
nice.
bad.
It's just like the paint's a little faded, but it's still nice and it's still awesome and I love it.
These Grand Funk cups.
I know.
Johnny Nash.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of different.
Peter Frampton cup.
I'm not sure that I've seen the Grand Funk cup before.
I know. This is a giant Saturday Night Fever tapestry.
I don't think it's a tapestry.
Or not a
That's
tapestry.
fabric.
So what would it be considered at that point?
I mean, it's fabric. I mean, that would have probably been used to make a blanket and maybe a pillow or a couple of pillows or...
Yeah, and just an uncut.
Yeah, it's an uncut fabric sheet.
That makes sense. I thought it was just like some kind of like promotional tapestry type thing. But I was wrong.
Yeah, back then, I mean, they would do that with everything.
Yeah.
They would have fabric for everything. I mean, my mom used to make all kinds of stuff. They'd have like licensed fabric, and we'd have all these cool Thundercats pillows and stuff. You know what I mean? Just cool
This
things.
is cute. So it's just like a little, like an Easter egg, but a pumpkin.
Yeah, that was cool.
I thought it was like going to be one of them things, like little peekaboo things. This is cute too. It's a tiny little vacuum form ghost.
I know that's the thing with this place is there's so much stuff. Like just in this booth, I mean, you're looking at a lot of items.
Yeah.
So you really, you do wind up taking a lot of time to look through, which I like. On a Sunday when you're not particularly doing anything or it's rainy or whatever, and this is a great place to come and just find cool stuff and just take a time travel trip through history.
Yeah. You get out, you get a little exercise walking around, and you get to see some really cool stuff. I'm just trying to let people know, like, you should get out and do these things. The cold weather's coming, and this is what you should be doing.
Like, if you influence them to do that, they won't be able to watch this video. What
Well,
are they gonna do?
all these things close at 5. You have plenty of time to watch Dark Ride Dracula when you get home. It's a nice companion piece. What you do is when you get home from an antique store, you watch our latest video, and it'll tell you about another cool antique store to go check out.
It's too late.
Or if
you dropped the ball.
Or if it's not near you, then you get to come antiquing with us.
Oh, okay. They can come along.
Come
on the
along
adventure.
with us. This is cute. I've never seen it. It's a glow-in-the-dark Dairy Queen. Little, like, Happy Meal type bucket.
Yeah. Great artwork on that.
Yeah. And then the cute little witchy die cut. I don't know what year that one was, but it's pretty
No,
cool.
some people who are way into die cuts can literally spout off the year and go, yeah. That's a 1961,
That's a cool sign.
But it's like anything else. Once you're passionate about something and you spend the time to learn, like I'm like that with Halloween costumes. I can pinpoint a mask and go like, okay, it goes with this and it's from this and it's that. And if you're passionate about something, it's like you can really
You retain it.
spend a lifetime learning the stuff. And I love talking to people like that. I love talking to other collectors who have that knowledge. I mean, it's fascinating to see what people really get into. It was a great catalog. Old school Fredericks.
I know.
That made many a good night for some people. You know what I mean? I mean, back in the day, that's all you had. Some people, that's all they had. It had to be rough before the internet. We don't know that life.
We don't know that life.
Fredericks of Hollywood could have saved a few marriages. You know what I'm saying?
That's
you don't know.
true.
It's a good book. That's the good book.
Before you go to one of them key parties with the shaggy rugs.
Grab your Fredericks book.
There you go. That's cool. Little Ultraman. Some 3D glasses.
Dynamite magazine. That was cool. I don't even know what character that is, but it was amazing. This
Yeah, it's
whole
awesome.
stand had a bunch of great kaiju stuff in it.
Yeah. Which is weird because it was like beer neon signs and kaiju.
Yeah, kaiju and motorcycles.
Yeah, like, okay. But you know what? There's somebody out there that loves both of those things. Would absolutely love that booth.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and these are cool to see. I keep seeing those little games now.
Screaming Demon game.
Yes. Those are cool to see.
The old 60s puzzles. Hawk. They made a lot of great not puzzles, models.
Yes.
A lot of great models.
And this little guy.
He goes like this when he's on the tabletop. I had this when I was a kid. My grandpa bought it for me because he was always at Radio Shack. So, I wanted a bank. You got me Roby. I love this. I'm going to buy another one of these, I swear.
It's a box of dirty rats. Wreck toys. I love the crocodile.
Crocodile's cool.
I love that Wink magazine, too. From rack toys to racks. There's good stuff here.
Betty Page.
Great stuff in this booth. I love those old men's magazines, those little 50s ones. There's some great, aside from the obvious reason, of course.
He reads it for the articles.
There's some cool articles on, like, horror hosts from back then that, some of the only articles written on certain horror hosts were in those types of magazines. There's a lot of really cool pictures and stuff from the sets and stuff. So it's not just about the nylons and garters and the heels and all that good stuff.
You good? Look at the little popcorn things. Isn't that cute?
My mom had that one.
I like that one. I've
Scarecrow
never
one.
seen that before.
Yeah, she had that one. I just vividly remember that hanging up in the window. She had that one.
That's a really cute one.
It's amazing how much of an impression that stuff makes on you. You remember it your entire life, and it was just,
That's cute.
literally just decorations. But, it takes you right back to a certain time, and you go, man, I remember being a little kid and seeing that on the wall. Because it's funny, when you're little, you don't even care. You don't even think like that.
Yeah, it's just you're so used to it.
Yeah.
That you don't realize the impression that it's making on you. Those are cool. I'm not really a Barbie collector, but there's definitely some really cool ones out there, like the Birds one. There's the Munsters,
the Addams Family.
The Addams Family.
Yeah, some great ones.
And they even did like some like vintage Halloween looking ones that are.
Marx must have sold a lot of those mystery spaceships, because I see that a lot.
Yeah.
I know they sold a lot of these. I know these Mr. Robots, they sold a ton of these. And I love that one, though.
That one's really cool. And there's actually like a bunch of different versions of that. And if you look at our... Yes.
Yeah, Robert.
If you look at our Robot Museum episode, you'll see a bunch of those. And a great story of all the differences.
You can tell your fortune with those cards.
I know.
They're probably haunted, though, so I wouldn't buy those either.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with that.
No, definitely
That's a bad time right there. More robots.
There's the old Burger Chef monsters. There's Fang Burger in the back. Those glasses, man, those characters are great.
They really
Talk
are.
about, like, lost characters. Nobody ever mentions them, and they're so cool.
They deserve more respect.
I don't know. They're really cool. They were featured in print ads. They were featured in commercials. Obviously, there's merchandise. I mean, they're totally lost characters. It's a shame.
Indeed.
Great stuff in here. Now we're talking.
There's a little monster bouncy balls. The weirdos.
I think there was a warehouse find of those too. I see those around a lot.
Yeah.
Those weirdos. I see those a lot. Sometimes, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes, warehouse finds pop up, and then all of a sudden you see them all over the place, like those the Mark of the Devil bags. There's way too many of them around for them not to have been a warehouse.
I see those all the time.
Everywhere. Every antique store's got them.
Mm-hmm. I think they just sent them out to every antique store. I don't think they were ever actually in the theater. They just sent them to antique stores.
They made a lot of them, that's for sure. They were anticipating some craziness.
Like, everyone's going to throw up. It's just everyone.
Yeah, some really cool stuff in this booth. Planet of the Apes color form. Yeah, a lot of great toys. I love the old 60s stuff. I mean, this is a great variety. It's not just 60s. There's a lot of different variety of stuff in here, but I love, like, that kind of stuff that you're seeing on this shelf right here. But I really think there had to be a warehouse find of those.
Yeah, you see them so often.
Yeah.
But they're awesome, so we don't mind seeing them
No, they're
often.
still awesome. I love those. I love old rack toys a lot, too. And I love, like, bubblegum machine toys and any of those. I mean, there's some really great old monster bubblegum machine toys. The flicker rings are phenomenal. The little... There's like little cool erasers of the Universal monsters that are amazing.
Yeah, those are.
There's just so many great bubblegum machine toys.
Definitely.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The
That is
whole Mighty
awesome.
Mouse.
I know. It was literally a Halloween Mighty Mouse poster. I love that thing.
It's so you. And then this is really cool.
And I'm going to have to go back there for that.
I know. I'm like, that's such a you
I
thing.
love that thing, yeah.
It's awesome. Even Ike and Tina are here. Next to the wrestling stuff.
Oh, product placement.
Oof.
These, yeah. The Ultimate Warrior Wrestling, buddy.
That's cool to see.
Dr. Pepper. Gene Simmons. Just a kiss of cherry.
Dr. Pepper Cherry is actually pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah. I do like
I
that.
don't think I've ever had it.
It's pretty good.
I've never had it.
I don't know if it's still out, but I remember at one point it was, and I liked it. That's cool.
Yeah, you
Little
can literally
arcade thing.
shoot Hulk Hogan with that thing. Like, what a crazy toy if you think about it.
And this is cool. This is actually, it's warped, actually, which I didn't realize at first. But I guess it's because it was actually used. And if you have a flame next to something that's made of wax, it's going
The
to
obvious
bevel.
happens, yeah.
Yes. So it melted, but it's really cool. It still is a great display piece.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that one before.
No, and the funny thing is, we have another episode coming out soon where you see a brand new one in the box.
Oh,
See? There's me
there's you.
foreshadowing. There's
don't
like
say.
a little record store here.
And that was my nickname in high school. So,
Houdini?
Yeah,
Because you were never there.
oh.
Always disappeared.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, so here we are. This is back to the entrance here, and there's some great posters up there.
Yeah.
Which hopefully we show. I don't know what that
We do.
okay.
Hang tight, guys.
Hopefully we show those. There's a cool spook show one on the wall, so
Yeah.
hang tight for that.
Some cool
Batman
blow
bread.
molds
See,
and
that's
stuff.
another thing I know there was a warehouse find for, the Batman bread wrappers,
Mm.
because there's a ton of those around.
Here you are.
Okay, there it is. There's the great spook show poster. on the
Impatient.
wall. Wow, I was just making sure. Classic Linda Blair right there. Got some Skate Town, USA.
Nice. Lots of really interesting, like, little, like, lobby cards and stuff.
They had it all in here.
Yeah, they really
You
did.
know, whatever you're looking for, there's something for you in here. I'm sure of it. I would be surprised if you went here and you didn't walk out with something, because there's something for everybody in this place.
Yeah. Very 60s.
Yeah. Which
Some
I
cool
like.
vintage Halloween goodies. Some hanging ghost jointed die cuts. And I mean, just look at it. This place is just visually amazing.
I know. I can't wait to go back.
I
Beast
know.
Ghosts. Some of the
I
coolest
love those.
ghosts
They
they
glow
ever
in the
made.
dark. They look great, too.
We have those in the package.
We do. And they
Yeah.
glow like crazy. I love them. Some cool Kiss stuff over here. Mostly modern, but, you know, well, fairly modern anyway. I don't think it's considered modern anymore.
It's funny because it's 90s stuff, and you think, oh, that's like new Kiss stuff, but it's like, it's not. This stuff's
No.
like 30 years old now.
But here we go. What's this? It's another Drac deal.
Yeah.
I mean, at that price.
Had to grab it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not in, like, great condition, but it still looks great.
Had to
It's
grab
got the
it.
stickers.
It's a great shelf piece.
Yes.
The Azrak Hemway Kiss remote control van. Had to grab it.
Yeah.
Too cool. Can't leave it.
No.
I love that crazy foam.
I know, that's so
love
cute.
that.
I mean, we have the black and pink skeleton one, which is, like, one of the coolest things ever.
Yeah. Love that one.
Mhm.
But that dog one is super cool. They all are,
Yeah.
you know. I think we got lucky, got the coolest one first, but there's a lot of really neat ones too. I like the robot one a lot too.
Oh, yeah. This is cool. There's, like, they were kind of tangled, but, like, they're these little King Kongs. There's no marking on them, but they were neat to see.
See, when you're a kid, that's the stuff you love.
Yeah.
Because that's the stuff your parents would never say no to.
Yeah, they're like,
You know?
whatever, it's 10 cents, grab a handful, you know?
Yep.
Now, these are neat little Halloween decorations. I'm not sure what those things on the top are.
Me neither. I was like, move these weird things out of the way to get to this.
Yeah, it could be like an epic pickup too. Like they're like super rare, but we have no idea what they are. We just wanted to see the pumpkin.
Now, the thing with this was the header card for me. I have this pumpkin, but I had never seen it with the header card. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure online you can find one once in a while. They probably pop up, but I haven't come across one with the header card before, so I wanted that.
Mm.
That was a must. I've always loved that pumpkin. This is an early devil suit. Not the one on the rack, the one that that I'm touching right
Yeah,
there.
with the fabric mask.
That's like a probably late 40s era devil costume, and that was pretty cool. This one's a later one, obviously,
Yeah.
but that one right on top is an early one, which always amazes me when those survive like that.
Yeah.
And the reason why those costumes still survive is simply the fact that they were stored correctly.
Yeah.
That's all it is. They were stored in the right environment. That determines everything. Is where those things are stored will determine if they last for, 80 years or if they last for, 8 years. Is literally where they're stored. And unfortunately, a lot of them wind up in the attic or the basement. And the ones that don't are the ones that still survive today.
That's a neat one.
That one you don't normally see.
Yeah.
Demons. I've never seen a demon's blow mold. I mean, a die cut before.
Yeah. These are cute. They're classics.
I love looking at these.
I know. I could never get tired of looking at the die cuts.
Gotta be honest, State Theater is amazing. What an amazing place. We've been in here for like ever, just looking around at all the cool stuff, and I feel like we still miss things. This place is absolutely incredible. Come check it out. It is absolutely worth the drive from pretty much anywhere.
It's in Columbia, Pennsylvania.
It is in
You
Columbia.
missed that part.
Yeah, amazing, amazing place. It's the hall from State Theater, this amazing light up Kiss poster. Absolutely love that. How cool is that? You plug it in, it lights up. That's incredible. An original 1960s Diesel jointed goblin jack-o'-lantern. Tough to find with the header card. I mean, that's great. Header card's a little rough, but come on. Where are you going to find that? It's amazing. Artwork is incredible on that. This incredible Frankenstein mask. How cool is that? It's got the original 19 cents, or is that 10 cents? Might be 19 cents rack mask. So this is a Ben Cooper. This is actually was only available as a rack mask, and or at least as far as we know. You never know with Ben Cooper. Could have came with a costume, but it is, as far as I know, was only a rack mask. And 19 cents. That means that's early. That's really early on that. And with the string, how cool. And then this, a Kiss remote control van. Little rough, but you just don't find these around very often at all. And it's got the bumper. I mean, it's, it's a little worse for wear, but it's a great display piece. And for the price, can't say no. It'll look great on a shelf for somebody. Killer. Love it. AHI Kiss van. Great. So State Theater.
State Theater is awesome. It's so overwhelming in an awesome way. It's just, we heard so many great things about them, both from viewers, from friends of ours, and we've been wanting to come here for a while, and I'm so glad we finally did, because it is absolutely amazing inside, and it's cool that it's like, the shell of an old theater, so it's still got that whole atmosphere, but there's all these amazing vendors in there as well. So definitely come to Columbia, Maryland. I don't know why I always say Maryland. Columbia, Pennsylvania. Check out the State Theater. It's awesome.
It is. It's an awesome, awesome shop. Super nice people.
Yes.
Everybody in there was incredibly nice, from the counter help to the people walking around. Everybody's awesome in there. Great place. Love it. This is the kind of place you want to go to
Definitely.
when you're looking to buy some cool antiques and retro, cool old school monsters, and you find stuff like this. Come on. That's where you want to go. Love it. We'll see you soon here for some more spooktacular, monster-rific Drac adventures. And Amy.
On Dark Eye Dracula.
Baby came
Hi.
running to me. Hi, I'm so sorry I don't have food. I just have love. Oh, I love you guys. Right? Oh, the little deal. Oh my gosh. Hi. Hi.
You are adorable.
Little baby. What's your name? What's your name? What's his name?
What's his name?
I'm sorry. You guys is there more to check that one? You want to go check it? Come on, let's go. Come over here.